Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hilary. I am a medium, psychic, and spiritual advisor. And today we're going to be discussing the universal laws again and how to manifest using the universal laws. And this is going to be discussing the law of correspondence. This law is also really important, just like all the other laws. In order to apply all of these to your life, you're going to manifest and apply all the universal laws to your life, you're going to need to use the universal law of correspondence as well.
According to the law of correspondence, your circumstances are a mirror of your inner being. That means that to change your situation, you have to examine your inner self first. This law can be used to help yourself out of trouble along with the use of several other laws of the universe. That is when you will be in a position to transform your reality into what you want. Is your life feeling different from what you would want it to be? Do you find yourself blaming others or external factors for your circumstances or situations? The law of correspondence works along the lines and principles as any of the laws of the universe does. Some universal laws, for instance, the law of attraction, are renowned. In contrast, others, like the law of correspondence, are often overlooked. Yet to begin with, one of the most overlooked laws of the universe is the most powerful. The principles that are without reality reflects our within, which is our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, are the teachings of the law of the correspondence. One common phrase that describes this principle is, as within, so without. That phrase is similar to as above, so below, quote mentioned above. Simply put, the two quotes mean that every individual's reality is a mirror of what is inside them. So what does all of this mean? If your physical reality is awash with chaos, misery, grief, and discontent, it portrays your inner self. If you have low self-esteem, feel unworthy, or are always angry and full of hate, your reality will reflect the chaos. But that's hardly the worst of it. The worst part is that it breeds a cycle of perpetuity, as above, so below explanation. Is that the worse we feel inside, the worse our reality becomes. It fuels a fire that is challenging to extinguish unless you are very deliberate. So, how do you change that cycle of toxicity using the law of the universe? Remember, the worse you feel inside, the worse your situation gets. Then, as your reality worsens, so do your feelings, which is an unbreakable cycle. However, with a total paradigm shift, you can change the inner self to correspond with this law's principles. Eventually, you'll be able to transform your whole life in reality by just changing your perspective. This law works because you can only change your outer life by changing your inner life first. All transformation is an inside job. The truth is that regardless of any outer change you make, it will be in vain if it doesn't start from within you. Changing the outside without changing the inside is only a superficial fix. Recall, as is above, so is below. It might look like there is progress, but eventually you find yourself in the same bind as before. So what do you change inside you so you can trust the transformation in your physical world? There are 3 things you need to change, and namely, the first one is attitude, second one is your belief, the third one is your thoughts. A paradigm shift starts with changing the way you think. Self-help writer and motivational speaker Wayne Dyer says that the things you look at begin to change as soon as you change the way you look at them. Do you know that most successful people have a different perspective on things than their less successful counterparts? A good example is the narrative of a half-filled glass. When someone presents you with a half-filled glass, do you see it as half full or half empty? Some of the lopsided perceptions that affect our lives are often unconscious ones. Still, they have a significant impact on the life we live. Taking control is within your grasp. As is below, as above, so is below. Fortunately, we are the literal authors of our lives. In other words, we have the sole control over the one thing that can transform our lives, our thoughts. Think of your thoughts as being the higher energy and the physical body as lower energy. As is above, so is below. Your thoughts become physical manifestations. Changing our thoughts to focus on our desires is the only way to introduce meaningful and long-term change. However, taking charge is easier said than done. The as above, so below spiritual meaning is the understanding there is a lot more than the physical. Surrounded by energy, we are all connected. The as above, so below spiritual meaning is that if you think correctly, then it creates a good life. For starters, the automatic response when a human being is in hardship is to blame external factors. It is a scapegoat that seems easier to confront instead of us admitting that we are the problem. Yes, that is where the transformation begins, by accepting your shortcomings and working on changing them. So how do you take charge? It's simple. Take control of your mind, and you'll have the reins for the rest of your life. Eliminate the thoughts of things you don't want by focusing on the things that you want in your life. That way, your life will start taking shape as you want, and you can build it up to live your dream life. The law of the universe and principles behind the law of correspondence establish that our existence is three-dimensional. To live to our fullest, the three planes that must be in harmony are the physical, mental, and spiritual planes. What this means is that the three realms are connected and are always communicating. The principles are similar to the butterfly effect. When a butterfly flaps its wings, energy reverberates, causing waves throughout the universe. These waves influence many aspects of our existence. Similarly, our existence at the macro level is a construct of our micro-reality. What we believe, think, and feel will send shock waves across the universe. Eventually, these shock waves find their back to the sender. As is above, so is below. However small you think your act is, it impacts the overall structure of your behavior. In short, by doing anything, you virtually do everything. The concept might be too hard to wrap your head around at first, but the short of it is that every cause has an effect.
So I hope this helps you guys with your manifestations. This is the third one, so we have 9 more to go, but this is going to be very helpful when you apply it, like I said, into your life and your daily manifestation practices. And if you guys have any questions, you can leave them down below in the comments. And like usual, I will try my best to answer all of you. And you could like, subscribe, share my videos. That really helps my channel out, and I appreciate all of you so much. And I will see you in my next video.